meeting, JCM, of political parties of Pakistan and China on the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC. Today we come together to reaffirm our commitment to this transformative project that has bound our nations in a shared vision of progress, prosperity, and cooperation. As we gather here in Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan, we reflect upon the remarkable journey of CPEC over the past decade. CPEC, the flagship project of the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, has transcended geographical boundaries, connecting our two great nations in unprecedented ways. It has become a symbol of enduring friendship, mutual respect, and shared aspirations. CPEC is not merely a network of roads, railways, and energy infrastructure. It is a lifeline for economic growth and job creation. Our commitment to CPEC remains unwavering as we recognize its potential to drive Pakistan's economic engine and create employment opportunities for our people. CPEC has strengthened connectivity between Pakistan and China, fostering trade, investment, and cultural exchange. It has opened up a new avenues for collaboration in key sectors such as health, education, and technology. Its impact extends beyond urban centers. It reaches the remote and far-flung areas of Pakistan, bringing development, prosperity, and hope to our people. We must continue to prioritize inclusive and sustainable growth, ensuring that no region is left behind. Our partnership with China goes beyond infrastructure and economic projects. It is rooted in shared values, mutual respect, and commitment to global peace and stability. As we review the progress of CPEC, let us also envision the future where our two nations collaborate on regional and global challenges. Pakistan and China stand shoulder to shoulder in promoting peace, stability, and development in our region. Together, we can address common challenges, foster dialogue, and build bridges of understanding. CPEC's expansion into its second phase presents an opportunity to integrate environmental sustainability into our development agenda. Let us work together to protect our planet, to ensure a green and resilient future. Beyond infrastructure, it is our people who form the bedrock of a relationship. Let us encourage culture exchanges, educational partnerships, and tourism to deepen our understanding and friendship. In the spirit of cooperation and friendship, I extend my gratitude to Chinese counterpart for this unwavering support. Let this third JCM be a milestone, a testament to our shared commitment to progress, prosperity, and a Pakistan-China community of shared future in this new era. To have contributed to this great and unique friendship during my tenure as Prime Minister of Pakistan from Pakistan People's Party. During the visit of Prime Minister Benjamin, I said on the floor of the House, Pakistan-China friendship is higher than mountains, deeper than oceans, sweeter than honey, and stronger than steel. Long live Pak-China friendship. Thank you very much.
Since inception, CPEC has not only transformed Pakistan's infrastructure landscape, but has also significantly contributed to our socio-economic development. It is thus that despite our respective political differences, all political parties of Pakistan speak in one voice in complete solidarity with this vital game changer. Bonds between our two people have withstood the test of time. For over 7 decades, China and Pakistan have held each other's hand and shown the world we stand together as one in peace and prosperity and tragedy and turmoil. This all-weather friendship bears testimony to the age-old Chinese saying, a friend one soul, two bodies. The historic visit of President Xi Jinping to Pakistan in 2015 was a defining moment for this region as agreements worth $46 billion investment were signed on the occasion. I personally recall the event with great sense of nostalgia as I had the honor of welcoming President Xi Jinping to the parliament during that period. President Xi Jinping's address to the parliament, where he shared his vision of One Belt, One Road initiative, symbolized our shared commitment to regional prosperity and development through bilateral cooperation and regional connectivity. What is more, it was on that occasion when President Xi Jinping and my leader, Mia Mohammad Nawaz Sharif, the then Prime Minister of Pakistan, jointly inaugurated the first ever 100% green parliament of the world, converting the solar needs of the Parliament of Pakistan to solar energy. This unique project symbolizes the sincere desire of our two nations to work jointly for a brighter, cleaner, and safer future of our region. It is heartening to note that over the time, the scope of CPEC has since been expanded to include socio-economic development, poverty alleviation, agriculture and industrial cooperation, and special economic zones. Parliament of Pakistan and China, like our two nations, enjoy cordial relations, mutual trust, and practical cooperation. During my last tenure as Speaker of the National Assembly, I had the privilege of leading parliamentary delegation to China twice on the invitation of the Chairman of the National People's Congress. These exchanges have paved way for deeper bilateral ties and facilitated the implementation of CPEC projects through parliamentary oversight. We have actively stood by each other on every international regional parliamentary forum, such as IPU, promoting our shared interests, sovereignty, and stability. I have extended an invitation to the Chairman of the National People's Congress to visit Pakistan to further strengthen our parliamentary cooperation. Distinguished guests, over the years, CPEC has unfortunately faced malicious disinformation campaigns and attempts by extremist elements to sabotage its progress. To counter detractors of CPEC during my last term as the Speaker of the National Assembly of Pakistan, we initiated the Speakers' Conference on Regional Connectivity and Countering Violent Extremism in 2017. China was our major ally, along with 4 nations that included Afghanistan, Iran, Russia, and Turkey. It still continues as a yearly function. In its historic Islamabad Declaration, our 6 nations unanimously declared that the connectivity and the countering terrorism were essential to regional prosperity, and the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor was the bedrock of this strategy. As I conclude, I would like to reassure our Parliament's continued oversight and proactive approach for CPEC and reiterate to our Chinese friend our unflinching commitment to the ironclad friendship that has grown into a sturdy tree with deep roots in the hearts of our two peoples. I thank you.
I'm very pleased to address the China-Pakistan Political Parties Forum and 3rd meeting of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor Political Parties Joint Consultation. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the political leadership of People's Republic of China for continuous support, which has been instrumental in deepening bilateral cooperation and making China-Pakistan Economic Corridor a great success. Excellency, I would also like to say that your coming to Islamabad and presence here also is a testimony of the relationship that Pakistan, the unique relationship Pakistan and China enjoy. First of all, I would like to extend our heartfelt appreciation to Chinese leadership for hosting the Prime Minister of Pakistan during his recent visit. It is pertinent to mention that the leadership of the two countries has complete consensus on bilateral matters during the meetings of the Prime Minister of Pakistan and President Xi and Premier Li. Both sides reached consensus to further strengthen our strategic partnership, enhance our economic cooperation, and revitalize an upgraded China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor has significantly transformed Pakistan's development and promotes integrated growth. And I would like to place on record that nation of Pakistan can never forget that the Chinese side came to the rescue of Pakistan when Pakistan was facing 18 hours of power shortages in 2013, and no investor was willing to invest in Pakistan. It was the political leadership's decision to ask Chinese investors to come to Pakistan and help Pakistan overcome energy shortages. And that billions of dollars of investment turned around the economic and energy landscape of Pakistan. And to just give you one example how it has helped Pakistan, for 70 years we had coal buried under our ground, which was enough for 400 years to give us our cheapest energy. We could not tap that resource. It was CPEC that helped us unearth coal as a gold for Pakistan to produce the cheapest energy for Pakistan. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor has significantly transformed Pakistan's development and promoted integrated growth. To further this progress, both sides successfully held 13th session of CPEC's Joint Coordination Committee on 24th May 2024. And I had the unique distinction and honor of co-chairing 10th JCC meeting out of 13 held so far. Two sides agreed to upgrade CPEC with inclusion of 5 new corridors, as Your Excellency mentioned, including a corridor of growth, a corridor of livelihood enhancing, a corridor of innovation, a green corridor, and opening up regional connectivity corridor. Pakistan side appreciates vision of Chinese leadership to upgrade the second phase of CPEC with inclusion of these new corridors. I am very pleased to inform that these new corridors are in line with Pakistan's 5 E's framework, which focuses on developing Pakistan's export potential, transforming Pakistan's economy into a digital economy, focusing on environment, climate change, water, food security, fixing Pakistan's energy sector to give us affordable, efficient, and green energy, and promoting equity and empowerment in our society. We are ready to work with our counterparts in China to define the scope and implementation plan on these corridors. Both sides are highly committed to this shared vision, and together China and Pakistan have embarked on a journey of shared dreams, working hand in hand to build high quality development projects. And I must also say that the new phase will bring immense opportunities through business to business cooperation, industrial cooperation, relocation of industry to Pakistani SEZs, our partnership in agriculture, bringing new and modern technology from China to enhance our productivity, bringing our cooperation in sectors like science and technology, information technology, and above all, China's readiness and willingness to share its development experience in the spirit of Chinese wisdom, where it says, don't give your brother a fish, but teach your brother how to catch a fish. Excellency, as we meet today, the political landscape is marked by uncertainties and complexities. The rise of protectionism, trade wars, and conflicts pose significant challenges to our world and our region. In this context, it is imperative to underscore the importance of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor and showcase it to the world, how it serves as a beacon of stability and shared growth and prosperity. CPEC epitomizes the spirit of regional integration and economic interdependence. It shows how collaboration, rather confrontation, paves the way for sustainable development for overcoming the challenges we face today. CPEC enhances our strategic connectivity. The development of Gwadar Port positions Pakistan as a critical node in the regional trade. This port provides China with direct access to Arabian Sea, facilitating trade and energy supply routes as an alternate route for trade through land. And it is for this reason, Excellency, that the enemies of CPEC are working overtime to sabotage this project. But our determination and our friendship is far stronger than the designs of the enemies of CPEC, and we shall together defeat them and make CPEC a model of success. CPEC cannot be viewed in isolation as a bilateral initiative, but as part of a broader vision for regional prosperity. It has the potential to foster economic cooperation with neighboring and regional countries, contributing to regional development, prosperity, and stability. It creates a win-win scenario that transcends bilateral relations and promotes a more inclusive regional growth. Excellency, Government of Pakistan is aware of the security-related challenges to CPEC. This great bilateral initiative has been a target of propaganda as well as physical attacks by the enemies of both China and Pakistan. The Government of Pakistan has taken a number of measures to ensure foolproof security to Chinese personnel working in Pakistan. And I want to tell you that every Pakistani thinks that each Chinese national working in Pakistan is their national guest, and their security is more important to them than their own security. And we will not let any effort go in making sure that we provide the best possible security to all the Chinese nationals who are working in Pakistan. In the end, I would once again like to extend my sincere gratitude to you, Excellency, as a great friend of Pakistan, for your visit to Pakistan and to Chinese leadership for their continuous support and unwavering commitment to high development of CPEC. And let me conclude by saying that we have always said that the China-Pakistan friendship is higher than Himalayas. On 30th of May, I was at Chinese space station witnessing the launch of Pakistan's MM-1 satellite on a Chinese rocket. And when that Chinese rocket went into the sky with roaring noise, my heart said that today China-Pakistan friendship has transcended the heights of the skies. It is no longer higher than mountains. It has now reached the heights of the skies. Long live Pakistan-China friendship.
पाक चाइना ताल्लुकात के हवाले से पाकिस्तान में मिनहसुल कौम इत्तिफाक पाया जाता है। पाक चाइना दोस्ती कि हमारे बाहमी सियासी इख्तलाफात से हमेशा बालातर रहा है और पाकिस्तान खित्ते में पुरअमन बकाए बाहमी और बाहमी ताउन पर मबनी ताल्लुकात को अहमियत देता है और उसकी तरफ पेशरफ्त की हिमायत करता है और तनाज़ात के पुरअमन और मुनसिफाना हल पर यकीन रखता है। हम शुक्रगुजार हैं कि चाइना ने मसले कश्मीर पर हमेशा पाकिस्तान की गैर मशरूत हिमायत की है और पाकिस्तान ने भी ताइवान के मसले पे हमेशा चाइना की गैर मशरूत हिमायत की है और इस तरह इलाकाई मसाइल पर दोनों ममालिक की हमाहंगी वो भी दोनों की तारीख के साथ अव्वल ता आखिर जुड़ी हुई है। पाक चाइना ताल्लुकात जिसका तज़किरा मुझसे पहले मुकर्रिरीन ने किया, ये हम सबका मुश्तरका सोच है और मुझे फख्र है कि JUI पाकिस्तान और CPC पार्टी टू पार्टी दोस्त हैं और हम اس دوستی کو بامانی بنانا چاہتے ہیں اور دونوں ملکوں کے عوام کے لیے اس کو فائدہ مند دیکھنا چاہتے ہیں۔ اس طرف جو پیش رفت ہوئی ہے اس کا کریڈٹ بھی پاکستان کی پارلیمنٹ کو اور سی پی سی کو جاتا ہے۔ جب 1995 میں چائنا سی پی سی نے پاکستان کی قومی اسمبلی کی خارجہ کمیٹی کو دعوت دی اور نئے اقتصادی ویژن پر ہمیں بریفنگ دی، اور جب پاکستان کی طرف سے ہم نے ٹریڈ وایا پاکستان کا نظریہ پیش کیا اور 7 روز تک ہم نے مسلسل ہر میٹنگ میں اس موضوع کو ڈسکس کیا، اور 7 دن کے بعد سی پی سی کے لیزان منسٹر نے ہمارے وفد کو جو میری قیادت میں تھا آگاہ کیا کہ چائنا ٹریڈ وایا پاکستان کے نظریے سے متفق ہے، اور اس وقت اس کی بنیاد پڑی، اور اس کے بعد جو حکومت آئی انہوں نے اسی اساس کی بنیاد پر اس تعمیر کو اٹھایا، اور مجھے یقیناً اس بات پر افسوس ہے کہ جہاں آج اسے پائے تکمیل تک پہنچ جانا چاہیے تھا، لیکن کچھ رکاوٹیں ضرور بیچ میں آئیں جو ہمارے لیے اور آپ کے لیے بھی باعث تشویش رہیں، لیکن چائنا پاکستان کا جو عزم ہے سی پیک کے حوالے سے تعلقات کو مزید بڑھانا، مختلف شعبوں میں باہمی تعاون کے حوالے سے اپنے تعلقات کو مزید بڑھانا، اس عزم کے ساتھ ہم نے ان معطل منصوبوں کو بھی مکمل کرنا ہے، اور انشاءاللہ مزید آگے مختلف شعبوں میں ایک دوسرے کے ساتھ تعاون کی بنیادیں ڈالنی ہے، ان کو آگے بڑھانا ہے، اور چائنا پاکستان پوری دنیا میں ایک دوسرے کے دوستی اور تعلق میں اولین ترجیح ثابت ہوں گے، اور اس کے پروٹوکول میں انشاءاللہ کوئی فرق نہیں آنے دیا جائے گا۔ میں دل کی گہرائیوں سے جناب منسٹر آف انٹرنیشنل ڈپارٹمنٹ سینٹرل کمیٹی آف دی کمیونسٹ پارٹی آف چائنا کو خوش آمدید کہتا ہوں، اور آپ کے پورے وفد کو خوش آمدید کہتا ہوں، اور پورا پاکستان آپ کو خوش آمدید کہتا ہے، اور انشاءاللہ آپ کی یہ نشست اور آپ کی یہ گفتگو دونوں ممالک کی تعلقات میں مزید گہرائی پیدا کرنے، مضبوطی پیدا کرنے اور ترقی کے راہوں پر آگے بڑھنے کے لیے اساس بنے گا۔ میں استقبال کرتا ہوں آپ کی تشریف آوری کا، اور شکریہ ادا کرتا ہوں آپ کے ان نیک جذبات کا جو آپ نے دونوں ممالک کے تعلقات کے حوالے سے پیش کیے ہیں۔
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is my unique pleasure today to be representing a political party which can be seen to have played the foundational role through its chairman, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, many decades back, to have sown the seeds of the plant which has grown in a tree, which will, we hope, continue to prosper and give far more fruits to its 2 people than it is giving even at the moment. I also want to say that the coming generations of the Pakistan People's Party and all its political leaders have continued to contribute to continue to play the foundational role that I mentioned in the form of Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto and the previous Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, and of course the co-chairman of the party, President Zardari. It is interesting here to be sitting and viewing that each political party believes that they laid the seeds for CPEC. And that in some ways demonstrates the unanimity of opinion and the focus that across the board, across all political divide in Pakistan exists for taking CPEC further and for believing really in the friendship between these 2 countries. I would want to also say over here that we are all experiencing the world going through what you have very ably described as turbulent waters and treacherous shores. And in these turbulent waters and treacherous shores, wherever we go in the Western forums representing Pakistan, we most of the time find ourselves representing not only Pakistan, but also having to represent China, because I think the world is not taking the rise or the rejuvenation of China as optimistically or as well or with as open arms and heart as we would have expected it to. As the world order is fracturing, I think the role that China plays and this friendship between China and Pakistan plays becomes even more important. I look at ourselves as the frontiers sort of states to be holding on to some type of order, to be the spokespersons for multilateralism, because it seems that all the countries which seem to have laid the seeds for the order that is existed, which was rules-based, do not like the rules as much when they work in favor of developing countries. We are experiencing this as we speak, and I am reminded of the article that I recently read in The Economist. As someone who's been reading The Economist for almost 20 years, I know that it is not very kind to China mostly. But when it writes about the Chinese scientific revolution and acknowledges that 19 years back when they first looked at the Chinese scientific world and asked themselves the question that is China going to become a scientific power, they say unequivocally the answer today is yes. And they also tell us that amongst the two top science and technology universities, no more lie in the Western world, but in China. Now, as the science has no borders, this should be something that should be welcomed all over the world. But it seems that this is a worrying trend for the West. I think it is really important for us to try and allay those concerns because we must prosper and grow together. Rationalism, logic, which has really been the cornerstone of China's rise, must continue to be the cornerstone or the basis and the foundation of how it navigates a very, very treacherous waters indeed. I say this, and I also want to just end by saying that we are all very proud of the fact that despite our many sort of differences that may exist, which do exist in any vibrant democracy, as we like to believe Pakistan, we believe that CPEC and Pakistan-China friendship and Pakistan-China ties are really even more important in these turbulent times than they have been ever before. I think whether we like to acknowledge it or not, the world looks at CPEC as the flagship program of the BRI. That is a reality that cannot be denied. How CPEC does reflects on how the vision of BRI unfolds in the world. So I think our joint commitment to making CPEC a resounding success is exceptionally important. And I just want to end by saying that what you mentioned as the Himalayan spring that Allama Iqbal referred to many, many decades back is seeming more like a winter to many regions of the world. It is on us to make sure that it is viewed as spring and the coming of a beautiful future for all of mankind, humanity, and for the world. And our preservation on the rules-based order, on holding international norms, I think is something that unites the two countries together. And this is a journey that we will have to continue as we go forward.
We want to share our commitment to China and Pakistan relationship. First of all, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the Chinese leadership here. Your visit today as an important moment in strengthening our ties. I may say today that the revival of CPEC today. MKM always believe in the potential of those initiatives that improve infrastructure, economy, and the vision of CPEC. We need to improve and enhance our mutual commitment for education and technology. This age of our is an age of possibility. So collaboration in the IT, artificial intelligence, emerging technology, and we should start a massive, comprehensive program to train our youth. Pakistan is, as a young nation, about 150 million youth, a nation of 150 million youth. So we need your help for their training and to make them able to face the challenges. As a Pakistani nation, we are standing on a crossroad of our destination. It is up to us to choose it or lose it. And I think we choose the right option today. Pak-China Dosti wants it.
friendship between the two countries is based on trust and cooperation. History is proof of this everlasting friendship. The CPAC, we believe, is a vision of this friendship, is proof of this friendship. The asset that Pakistan has, one of the greatest assets that this country has, is its geography. And I think CPAC connects very well with that asset. We have to make it successful. A long time has passed. We are seeing progress which is slow. We would hope that we are going to speed it up. The proof that we all are interested in this project, the proof that we have a great friendship between the two countries lies in the fact that today all the political parties are present only because of your presence here and because you invited us. I would like to say that friendship with China is the pivot of our foreign policy. It is the pivot, and the pivot means there is the basic foundation, which is unshakable, and we'll always stand by our commitments with you. And most important for us is elimination of poverty. Your Excellency has said that we need three fundamentals: reform, development, and stability. We also believe that these are the three elements that we need to work on. And in terms of stability, this country, yes, we need stability against terrorism, we need political stability, we need understanding and cooperation. And we, on the platform of CPAC, at least, are willing and ready for national causes to be of full assistance. We believe in the rule of law, and I think that for business, the most essential aspect is that there must be rule of law in existence, which means that the courts have to function independently, which means that contracts have to be honored, which means that commitments have to be fulfilled. And redress to the courts has to be effective and speedy. So we need to work on that basis. When I've had meetings with many of you independently, especially your visiting business communities, this is the most important thing they've stressed. And we believe that your first part, reform, includes reform of law also. In terms of what we stand for, I'm sure that your visit here is going to be lucrative. The smiles that you see are genuine, and you should enjoy our hospitality while you are here as well.
It is my honor to address you today on the significant achievements of our strategic partnership with China. Our relationship with China goes beyond economic cooperation, rooted deeply in mutual respect, strategic trust, and shared vision for peace and prosperity. China's journey to becoming a scientific superpower proves the importance of sustained investment in research and development. From an emerging economy to a global leader in technology and innovation, China's progress demonstrates the power of vision, collaboration, and peaceful coexistence. In past few decades, China's GDP growth, averaging about 9% annually, is a testament to a sustained policy focus and investment in sectors like technology, education, and infrastructure. China's evolution serves not just as a lesson, but as an inspiring blueprint that demonstrates what can be achieved with dedication and strategic foresight. The Belt and Road Initiative aims to bring economic prosperity and development across South and Central Asia by integrating these countries into a cohesive economic network. By creating new trade routes and facilitating investments, BRI seeks to foster economic growth, reduce regional disparities, and promote mutual cooperation among participating nations. This initiative envisions a future of shared prosperity for our peoples and stability through economic interdependence. CPEC has been a cornerstone of Pakistan economic development strategy. Through China's unwavering support, we have successfully transformed our power sector, adding over 8,000 megawatts of electricity to our national grid. This achievement has not only boosted industrial productivity, but also reduced hardship faced by our citizens. CPEC is not merely a corridor of commerce, but a beacon of transformation, driving our nation towards growth and stability. China has been an invaluable partner to Pakistan, particularly in the field of education. Over 28,000 Pakistani students are currently studying in China, gaining invaluable knowledge and skills that they will bring back to our homeland. We appreciate China's ongoing support in this vital area and look forward to continuing our partnership to foster further educational and development opportunities.
Excellency, I'll just make 3 short points which are very relevant. Number one, the context of your visit and this joint consultation mechanism. President Xi Jinping has rightly said that we are witnessing once-in-a-century changes. And one of those changes had been predicted by the great poet philosopher, Dr. Allama Iqbal, whom you just quoted. He not only mentioned about the peaceful rise of China 90 years ago, but he also talked of the resurgence of the Asian century. And today we see that resurgence of the Asian century, where China's role is paramount as a country that is rising peacefully and developing and sharing their development. Excellency, your visit comes in the context of the visit of the Pakistan Prime Minister to China, which was a very highly successful visit. And I think the joint statement issued at the end of the visit is a historic blueprint for Pakistan-China relations in the 21st century. And I think the most important statement was made by President Xi Jinping when he told our leadership there, the Prime Minister and the Army Chief there in his meeting, that China sees Pakistan-China relations from a strategic perspective, from a long-term perspective. And I think that is the key, and that is how we see it. And Excellency, the gathering in this room is testimony to the fact that the entire Pakistani political spectrum today, representing all the political parties and all the provinces of Pakistan, they are present here to reaffirm their support, their solidarity with China, our iron brother, and the relationship with China is paramount for Pakistan's foreign policy and foreign relationship. And that is the key to our progress. And we thank China for support on the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. And let me assure Your Excellency that in the second phase of the CPEC, the entire Pakistani nation will energize itself to take this relationship forward. One point I'd like to just mention, which you have just mentioned in your speech, and it was very important. You mentioned about some jarring notes that are emerging. And I think that is the biggest challenge for the Pakistan-China relationship and also for the CPEC, because those jarring notes are part of an orchestrated, organized, malicious smear campaign by interested quarters who want to drive a cleavage in Pakistan-China relations and who want to smear and malign the Belt and Road Initiative, which is perhaps the most important diplomatic and developmental initiative of the 21st century, of which the CPEC is the pivot and the flagship. So they drive a wedge. And I think we need to have also a special campaign. And I would suggest to Your Excellency, the IDCPC, along with think tanks in Pakistan, the media and academia, should have a well-organized, planned, rapid response information system so that we counter the false information, the fake news, and the fiction that is coming from certain quarters with facts. And the facts speak for themselves, because CPEC is today a success story. And the people of Pakistan are taking ownership of CPEC because they see this as a living testimony to a better tomorrow for themselves and the people of Pakistan as a whole. So I would feel that this is extremely important. There was a reference made to The Economist. I was reading an article in The Economist, not just about China being the scientific superpower, but before that, they had a cover story, and I think it's very important. They said that the post-World War II Western-dominated international order is coming apart. And that is the new reality. The global balance of economic and political power is shifting from the West to the East, and the global South, the world's majority, is going to play a key role through BRICS. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization and Pakistan-China relations are going to be extremely important.
चीन पाकिस्तान की जो इक्तिसादी मसाइल हैं उनमें बुनियादी किरदार अदा कर रहा है और चूंकि पाकिस्तान की एक बहुत बड़ी ज़रूरत भी है और हम समझते हैं कि हमारी सबसे नज़दीकी बैनुल-अक़वामी रिश्ता चीन के साथ है और पड़ोसी मुल्क है, तो उनकी जिम्मेदारी भी है और हम समझते हैं ये दोनों मुल्कों की लीडरशिप की विजन है कि उन्होंने अपने आप को एक साथ जोड़ा है और जिसके बराह रास्त असरात इस वक्त हमारे अवाम की जिंदगियों पर मुरतब हो रहे हैं। चीन ने हर मुश्किल घड़ी में पाकिस्तान का साथ दिया है और ये उम्मीद हर वक्त चीन के साथ हमारा रहेगा। दुनिया इस वक्त एक बार फिर मल्टीपोलर की जानिब जा रहा है, तो मैं समझता हूं कि दुनिया जब दो हिस्सों में फिर एक ताकतवर सूरत में जा रहा है, तो उसमें बुनियादी जो किरदार बनता है दुनिया में मगरिब के बाद वो चीन और रूस का बनता है। हम उम्मीद रखते हैं कि चीन पाकिस्तान में जो जारी पाकिस्तान चीन इक़्तिसादी राहदारी है, इसके दूसरे और तीसरे मराइल को खुश उसलूबी से तय करेगा और पाकिस्तान चीन कॉरिडोर के पहले मरले के जो बेशतर प्रोजेक्ट मुकम्मल हुए हैं, ताहम बाज़ प्रोजेक्ट्स पाए तकमील की जानिब गामज़न हैं। बलूचिस्तान के अवाम, चूँकि मैं बलूचिस्तान की नुमाइंदगी करता हूँ, बलूचिस्तान के अवाम कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ चीन के चेयरमैन शीपिंग और चीनी हुकूमत और चीनी कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी से बहुत से तवक्कात वाबस्ता किए हुए हैं। पाक चीन इक़्तिसादी तवक्कात के मस्बत असरात से पूरी पाकिस्तान फायदा उठा रही है, उन्हीं में बलूचिस्तान भी शामिल है। बलूचिस्तान और ग्वादर के जो नौजवान हैं वो बराह रास्त चीन की तरफ देखते हैं और चीन जब भी चीन पाकिस्तान चीन कॉरिडोर की बात आती है तो वो उम्मीद लगाए बैठे हैं कि इसमें हमारे लिए भी रोशन मुस्तकबिल की तरफ हम जाएंगे। तो मैं समझता हूं कि चीन को और कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ चीन को, चेयरमैन कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी को बलूचिस्तान के और ख़ास तौर पर ग्वादर के नौजवानों की तालीमी मामलात को या स्कॉलरशिप्स के मामलात को बलूचिस्तान के वो देखना चाहिए और इनकी वोकेशनल और टेक्निकल ट्रेनिंग के लिए, क्योंकि आप बराह रास्त ग्वादर में मौजूद हैं, तो आपका हिस्सा बहुत ही ज्यादा हो सकता है इसमें। तीसरी और आखिरी मेरी गुजारिश ये है कि जो एक सीपेक में एक प्रोजेक्ट है जो ग्वादर में लगना है, 300 मेगावाट का कोल पावर प्लांट है। अगर मुमकिन हो सके तो चीन इस बात सोचे कि इसको क्यों ना सोलर एनर्जी पार्क में मुंतकिल किया जाए, तो वो हमारे लिए ज्यादा वाइबल भी होगा।
As we have seen, all political leaders sitting here have spoken, and it is evident that despite our mutual political differences, we have a consensus on Pak-China relationship, and we also agree on the construction of CPEC, and we regard it of paramount importance for the future of our country. We also highly value Chinese leadership in creating a multipolar world based on equality and fairness. It has particular significance for the countries of South who want to join the mainstream international development and emerge from the new colonial conditions imposed on them in 20th century. Yet another important aspect of Chinese leadership is guiding the world towards a common future and peaceful coexistence, which unites them for tackling the common challenges like impact of the climate change and overcoming poverty. We also need to beware of efforts by hegemonist forces who work out to destabilize our region by using terrorism for disrupting our economic development. We will have to take a clear stand against terrorism and stop distinguishing between good and bad terrorists. Building CPEC is of vital significance for the future of Pakistan because we are looking forward to more infrastructure, industrial development, and measure to overcome poverty. CPEC will open the gates of 21st century development for Pakistan. It will not only be significant for Pakistan, but it will also be of great significance for regional development and regional cooperation, which unfortunately has not been very developed in this part of the world. Pakistan is a country where youth constitute majority of our population. Now, this youth needs good education, good jobs, and for us to channelize this youth bulge into constructive channels, we need to develop CPEC and Pak-China cooperation. And I believe that China is already providing opportunities for a number of Pakistani students to study in Chinese universities. I think we can work more in this direction and open more opportunities for Pakistani students to get educated in higher education in China. We must also develop people-to-people cooperation because that is a very important thing for our friendship, because it's the people of the two countries who have guarded and defended this friendship against every effort of subversion. I think we also need to develop cultural relations because we have a long history of cultural relations going back to the Silk Route, and I think we want to we must construct on those relationships in the modern world.
Excellency, China is an example for the developing world. China's massive anti-poverty, 100 million lives in just 8 years. It was a miracle that helped the world's most populous country achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goal and poverty eradication 10 years ahead of schedule. Over the past 40 years, China has lifted 800 million people from the extreme poverty. His Excellency, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, stands as a beacon of mutual ambition and shared dreams, a symbol of our commitment to progress and prosperity. As we embark on new projects and initiatives under this remarkable venture, we are reminded of the strength that comes from our collaboration. To our esteemed Chinese counterparts, we extend our deepest gratitude for your unwavering support and partnership. The CPEC is not merely a collection of infrastructure and investment. It is a bridge that connects cultures, communities, and hearts. As we look to the future, let us reaffirm our dedication to the principles of mutual respect, shared benefits, and collective growth. Together, we will navigate the challenges that lie ahead, and together we will seize the opportunities that will lead our nations to great heights. I would further add few recommendation that the Chashma Right Bank Canal should be part of the CPEC project, which is very important for the people of southern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The Chakdara to Chatral motorway that should also be part of the CPEC project. And furthermore, the link of Miawali to Ghulam Khan motorway. The work should start on that project. That will be very helpful for the people of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And one more, that a polytechnic university should be built in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa to help the young people of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in technical education, which will help the CPEC project actually, and we could have local skilled employees here in Pakistan. So in the spirit of harmony and cooperation, let us continue to work hand in hand, fostering an era of development that will be remembered for generations to come.
Excellency, as you see, there is a broad political consensus in Pakistan in support of CPEC, and there are no two opinions about the support of CPEC in Pakistan. Of course, there can never be 100% support on any issue. There will always be some dissenting voices, but the overwhelming majority of Pakistani people, they support and thank the government of China about this landmark project that has played a role at a time when the world isolated us, when the world left us alone. The peoples of the Republic of China, they extended a hand of cooperation and friendship to us, and we will never forget that. We appreciate the commitment of the government of China. Despite challenges and despite hardships, you have shown commitment and you have shown your resilience towards to overcoming these challenges. The current satellite project with collaboration of China is another proof that the friendship between China and Pakistan is deeper than sea, higher than mountains, and sweeter than honey.